In June 2023, 17 Omaha Public Schools students, 4 OPS social studies teachers, and 2 college students worked together to uncover and map the history of Omaha's 30 African American Green Book sites. Over 15 days, they Skyped with Candace Taylor, a Green Book scholar. They planned a 2-day trip with the stipulation they could only eat, gas up, and stay at sites listed in the Green Book. They traveled by bus to visit the sites. They met with 3 community elders with ties to the Green Book. They learned how to research the history of a building and explored local primary resources to help them find the history of their site. They also learned ArcGIS software and mapped where each Green Book site was located. And lastly, they created a story map to tell each site's history. They learned history the best way you can, by uncovering primary resources and hearing from the people who lived it. What was the Green Book? Here's the Green Book scholar Candace Taylor just sharing its history.
Well, the Green Book is so important because I think it really challenges us to look at our environment today and understand why certain neighborhoods look a certain way. And you'll find in your research that Green Book sites were clustered in, traditional Black and brown neighborhoods. And it really does give us an example of what history is in its purest form. Omaha is interesting because you have a nice variety of different types of sites. It really does, is emblematic of why the Green Book was so special, because it wasn't just like a AAA guide. It didn't just have restaurants, lodging and food. It had drugstores because if you needed to new prescription or you lost your medication on the road, what were you supposed to do? There were all of these. It was indicative of, I think, how many facets Black Americans were shut out of. And you see it change over time. You see the Green Book become, in the 30s and 40s and early 50s, there's a lot of those variety of sites, everything from funeral homes to haberdashers, different clothing options, department stores, roller skating rinks. I mean, there were all these different kinds of things. There were golf clubs in the Green Book. And you see that variety of the sites in the earlier editions. But in the later editions, you only see, it looks more like a AAA guide where it's just food and lodging. So you guys get to capture all the different types of sites.
Imagine Beyonce getting ready to do a tour, but when she packed a great big pot and carried some potatoes. That's what my dad and them did, yes. So they could cook.
We had loads of people in our community that were professionals. We had our own businesses. We had our own places to go, and we didn't have to leave our area for anything. Everything was there. We were the second largest community to downtown Omaha. We were the most important community in Omaha, second to downtown Omaha.
Do you remember Duffy's drugstore?
Drugstore.
Okay.
One of my favorite stops for ice cream.
I liked how I learned more about Omaha and how they used to travel back in the day.
I have fun putting stuff together in the technology. You should do this new program. It's like helping with your credits in high school and stuff.
So I think it can remind us that even 70, 80 years ago, there was real power in just a simple idea.